So here we go, 16 minutes to decide this as we begin this third quarter of play. HD Woodson and White, they're going left to right across your screen. It's Huey on top of the arc. Fires cross court to Blaine. Blaine works along the baseline, gets the pass off to Gilbo. Now Huey again attacking from the left side. Her baseline floater rolls off the rim, doesn't go. Rebound to the Hoppers as Walker brings it into the front court.
Coach Asher telling Walker to push the ball. He was absolutely right. That time, Woodson slightly out of position after trying to stifle that rebounder.
GDS commits the turnover. It's Beard fails. Again, the leading scorer for GDS in the first half with 11 points. She gets whistled for the travel, and that's the second time that she's been called for a travel tonight. So HD Woodson basketball. Johnny Gilbo hands off to RJ Saunders. Saunders left her feet before she decided to try and fire off the pass, and that's what ended up causing that turnover. It'll be GDS basketball from the near sideline. As Beard fails, inbounds to Walker. Back to Beard fails. GDS able to get it into the front court with relative ease.
Woodson showing a man here. Someone's got to take advantage of a mismatch opportunity if they're going to switch on screens particularly.
Beard fails, being guarded closely by Therese Gilmore. Now she'll fire the three, and she hits. Second three of the game for Beard fails, and it makes it a 6-point game.
That small movement by Beard Fells, the pass and a slight step over, a version of a give and go, she gets open for the 3-ball.
And was that because Gilmore was on Beard fails, and likely that's a mismatch on the perimeter?
Absolutely, absolutely. Gilmore penetrated, Beard Fells penetrated, so Gilmore was playing her for more penetration, forgetting that she can hit that three on a pretty consistent clip.
Blaine has her shot blocked by Beard fails from behind, and there's going to be a jump ball call. Possession arrow, I believe, is going the way of GDS, and indeed it is. So it will be GDS to inbound. There is pressure in the backcourt from HD Woodson, as you'd expect, but rather light pressure.
This isn't so much a press out of Woodson as it is a matchup zone. Now, I bet that Kyra Washington probably has a slight foot speed advantage over Aaron Blaine.
Beard fails, takes the three, again misses, but Washington cleans up the miss, her putback too strong. And here comes Huey off to the races for HD Woodson. Tries to put up the left-handed layup, goes too strong. And we've seen Woodson miss a couple of easy layup attempts this half. And back on the other side of the court, we have a player down for Georgetown Day. It looks to be Gabrielle Preston. Preston provided some good energy for GDS, especially on the offensive glass in that first half of play. So if she cannot come back into this game, that could be a big loss.
Preston, I think she just rolled an ankle. She'll probably get taped up a little bit tighter, tie those laces tighter, and I bet she'll be back. I mean, this is a big game. This is it for Georgetown Day, or it for Woodson. So
yeah, this is it for both these teams.
Absolutely. I did see her go down, though, and after Brianna Hughley missed her layup, I was hoping she would pop back up and get a layup on the other end, sort of cherry picking, but I guess not.
Well, GDS does have the basketball again. They trail by 6. Just over 2 minutes into this third quarter of play. Lead was 9 at the break. It's Bell on the left wing. She passes cross court into the hands of Ariana White. White drives, has her shot blocked by Gilmore in the paint. Gilmore, a big presence in there, hard to drive on her.
You like that White came in, though, with that energy and that confidence to attack the basket.
3 from the right side doesn't go from Huey. HD Woodson has struggled from 3. They hit the first one of the game, and that one right before the buzzer ending the second quarter of play. But other than those two, they've struggled from 3. And timeout is called by GDS, stopping the clock with 5:16 to go here in the third quarter. But GDS making a bit of a run to start this third quarter play, getting themselves back in this ballgame.
I mean, it's just a 6-point game, Eli. There's no reason to jump up and down at this point. Georgetown Day is certainly holding its own. They've been able to handle the pressure from Woodson, and they've been able to score offensively. That's the key. Now, if Woodson is going to continue to play man-to-man, then Kyra Washington has to take advantage of her matchup. She's long. She's lean. She can probably take Aaron Blaine off the dribble, which is probably what they need to try.
Those are the 2 leading scorers on the season for their respective teams. Aaron Blaine came in averaging 19.2 points per game. That was
Woodson,
good.
I'm sorry, Eli, but Woodson, our stat crew, is helping us out over here. Woodson has actually been scoreless thus far in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was there. H.D. Woodson was up 32-23 at the break, and the only bucket in this third quarter, the three from Zoe Beard, fails to make it a 6-point game.
So at this point, this tempo plays into Georgetown Day's favor.
GDS likes the slow it down tempo, playing their half-court offense. H.D. Woodson likes to get on and run, and for that very reason, you see Walker slowing it down when GDS did have numbers on the break, but she is unable to get the pass into the post for Washington, so here comes Woodson the other way. On the break, Huey draws the foul. Rion Huey, the point guard for H.D. Woodson, who in the first half had 5 points and 3 assists. He's been described as a pass-first point guard, but that time she took it all the way to the hole and drew the foul.
A great defensive play by Courtney Bell, knowing that she was getting ready to give up an easy layup, which we talked about that M word, momentum, could have given Woodson some momentum. Just getting her hand in there and swiping the basketball away.
Well, that first free throw attempt is true. Huey on the season, 65% free throw shooter. She had a season-high 20 points back on March 4th against Wilson. That was in the DCSAA tournament title game, the game that H.D. Woodson cruised in as they defeated Wilson in that game 81-29.
Coach Asher calling for the press break out of his Mighty Hoppers, and that's exactly what they need. Woodson has switched over to their press versus the man-to-man defense. As long as they pass the ball crisply and make smart decisions, they'll be all right.
Bell on the right wing whistled for the travel for GDS. And you saw Beard Fails there, a bit of indecision before she got the pass out to Bell.
I would have liked to see her pull up right around that Big East. There's no reason for her to go that deep into the paint and almost have be a toss-up between a block or a charge and fumble the ball and make an errant pass. She could have pulled up right around the mid-range. If she can hit a three, she can hit a mid-range shot.
Here's Gilbo. Over to Saunders. Saunders to Blaine. She's open for the jumper from the right side. Misses. But Gilmore, the impressive offensive rebound. She misses from the right side and then draws the foul. Gilmore, a couple of looks from right below the hoop, and finally was able to draw contact.
Impressive stick-to-itiveness out of Gilmore.
Therese Gilmore on the season, 37% free throw shooter. So certainly for GDS, you'd much rather see her at the free throw line than going in for a layup. Gilmore unable to get the friendly roll on the first. Again, Gilmore did not play any minutes in that game against Wilson in the semifinals on Friday night.
She's just, oh man, the top secret weapon. I had no idea she was going to perform this way, but that's what happens. You step up in a big time moment. That's what any high school athlete wants to be able to do. Be ready when your number's called.
Gilmore misses both, but then GDS turns it over. And it's Washington who commits the foul this time for the Hoppers.
Struggling to handle that pressure. We talked about it in our open. That's going to be a key for this Mighty Hoppers team. If they continue to give Woodson opportunities at the free throw line, they'll find themselves in a bigger hole than what they're already sitting at. Sitting around 7 is still manageable.
Very low-scoring third quarter of play, just 4 points combined. As H.D. Woodson has scored just 1 bucket, or 1 point, from the free throw line this quarter, GDS just 1 made 3 from Zoe Beard Fails. That's the second point of the quarter for H.D. Woodson, so they now go up by 8. Beard Fails over to Walker on the right wing. And now Walker turns it over. That's back-to-back turnovers for GDS. A missed layup, however, by H.D. Woodson. Woodson having trouble making their layups.
Ooh, lots of bodies on the ground. You love to see that kind of hustle and scrap.
Obviously, both teams know what's at stake in this game. Final game of the season for both clubs, and so for a lot of these players, the final high school games of their career.
Walker made the mistake on that press break of trying to attack the middle. What she did, she had 2 defenders in front of her, and the third came and pickpocketed her, which caused the turnover. Georgetown Day can pass through this press, but they've got to be crisp passes. The more they put the ball on the ground, they've got swarming Woodson defenders.
Washington pulls up from the free throw line and hits.
Outstanding push by Washington, and as I'm talking about swarming defenders, she had a couple trailing her, but that time out able to run them and knock down the cool J right around the free throw line.
Yeah, I kept waiting for it. It looked like Huey was right on her hip. I kept waiting for her to poke the ball free from her, but Washington able to keep control, and again, cool, calm, and collective hit the jumper from the free throw line.
They need more of that. They need more of that, Eli. She has to get to that sweet spot and help this team offensively.
Saunders' intended pass for Gilmore went over her head and out of bounds. And now we have a timeout called by H.D. Woodson. So again, it's a 6-point game. H.D. Woodson on top, 34-28.